This is the Blizzard Football Club, and that's me, the club founder. Today I'm going to tell you my story from playing from a football academy all the way up to the light bulb moment that made me start my own football club. I started playing football when I was 10 years old and I always wanted to make it pro, and I was lucky enough to get into the Brentford development squad. But it didn't exactly work out, and even some of the players that were incredible, it didn't work out for them either. COVID-19 was a big reason for this, as we didn't get the training that we were promised, let alone the fact that only 0.1% of players that play at an academy level actually make it through the ranks to play at the level of a first team. Funnily enough, the idea of actually starting my own club partly came from the app Football Manager.
Completely, mate.
This is not a sponsor, but I was managing my own club and I kind of got into it. There was a moment when I suddenly thought, hang on, why not just make this real? Why not actually just make my own club? So I started watching documentaries like All or Nothing and especially Welcome to Wrexham. I just thought, I'm going to start my own club. The idea of this club all stemmed from the fact that I wanted to help other players who've been released from academies to actually get the chance to showcase their talent, because way too many players are released and then are left with very few career options. So my mates laughed it off initially, but I still took it very seriously. Stage 1. Building a brand. Stage 1. So I started by creating an Instagram for the club. Link is in the description. It was slow to start off, but eventually it started to build some momentum. We got more and more followers, and the first picture was actually the 4 of us. That was the whole squad. It only started off with 4 of us. It was me, my mate, who is now a co-founder with me, and a couple of other guys. A week after, we just got more and more people, friends of friends started joining, and it kind of just started to snowball. Bear in mind that at this time, we didn't have a coach, so I had to coach the sessions. Even though I wasn't a qualified FA licensed coach or anything, I simply repeated the drills that I learned from my time from the coaches at Brentford. Stage 2. The kit. And the sponsor. Stage 2. Our first game was approaching and I suddenly realised, shit, we don't have a kit. So I quickly designed a kit. And I know what you're thinking, this kit is giving some serious pro clubs vibes. But you know what? I like it, okay? Then another problem came along. I realised, shit, we don't have a sponsor. How are we going to pay for this kit?
Oh, we was 0-0 at half time.
The second half, we played amazing. I think we didn't finish. Second half, we played great. Come in, boys.
Come in, right? Listen. We'll have a good Christmas. Enjoy. We'll see you back on the 2nd of January. We're going to have Nando's. We eat as a team, we fight as a team, right? We've done really well this year, yeah? With 13 games where we've played really well. Every week we've improved. Every one of you has improved. Well done.
Well done, boys. Well done.
Love that.
Our literal saviour and our club sponsor. His support wasn't just a financial boost, it was like a green light for us. Okay, now we were kind of put in a position where we had to deliver. Now that we had someone that was actually investing money into it and investing their company into it, we had to do it right. The kit sorted and the sponsor sorted, it was time for our first game, and we lost 12-0. It was a shambles. You have to start somewhere. We kept on doing training throughout the summer, and actually recruiting players was quite easy, as we were starting to build up quite a substantial following on socials, and players were just messaging us asking if they could play for the club. We got to a point where we had about 30 to 40 players at our training session, and then it was time for our first league match. Stage 3. The league. It went tits up. We didn't have any players. Now I know what you're thinking. We had 40 players, but they all left because of work and uni, other commitments that took place. So we were only left with about 5 or 6 players. So we really had to scramble, and that led to some pretty bad form. We ended up bottom of the table. Not good, right? Enter Dennis, our captain, our Ukrainian saviour. We asked Dennis the captain if he could bring some of his friends, and he said, yeah, sure, I'll bring a friend or 2. He brought a whole squad. He brought about 20 of his players, and it was absolutely brilliant. The chemistry, the players just keep building off each other. I'd say the most effective way this club has benefited has been through social media, promoting ourselves. We also have a YouTube channel. You can find the link for that in the description below. It's not easy, it's really not. I started off that season as the manager, right? And we were losing game after game after game.
Sack him.
There was a couple of games that we won. And then the dynamic between me, the sponsor, and the co-owner, we could tell that something was missing. We were frustrated. It was very new to all of us. I ended up giving the role of manager to our sponsor Simon,
And now we've got to a position where the manager job is kind of shared between my mate, who's the co-owner, and Simon. Simon is like the father figure of the club. It works really well. If you ever are starting a club, like, just be prepared. It can get very, very complicated, and it's not easy owning a club at all, but there are some amazing moments, some last minute goals, as you can see here. I'm really happy to have started that. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video, and please do support the club, follow us on Instagram. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Have a wonderful day, take care of yourselves, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.